course, in Nassau, at New Providence Nassau Stadium, and also at St. Augustine, at the St. Augustine High School, and a lot of interesting action taking place throughout the state of Florida. But
that's right. Now, remember, next Wednesday in Miami, there's going to be a big first blood match there. And don't forget, on the 4th of February in West Palm Beach, Lakeland on the 9th, and on the 16th of February in Sarasota. And you know, it seems like the boss man, Percival Pringle, has been here just a very short time, talking about the influence that he has on promoters and wrestlers, and he has scored. He has made a big hit, Gordon. There's going to be a title match right on TV today.
That's right, a Southern Heavyweight Championship match. Pistol Pez Wadley, and you know Pistol Pez, he'd fight a buzzsaw and give it the first 2 rounds. Well, he has accepted the challenge, and so we do have a Southern Heavyweight Championship match upcoming, 1 fall television time, so roughly a 60-minute time limit. I might point out, though, and they'll be out here in just a moment, we do have standby matches in the event that the match does not go the full 60 minutes. And we are obviously going to have to cut away periodically during the match for commercials. So should anything happen during a commercial cutaway, obviously we'll be videotaping that and we'll bring it back to you on instant replay. But we do have indeed a Southern Heavyweight Championship match. Pistol Pez Wadley, a man who doesn't back up from anybody, putting his title on the line here on nationwide television against the challenge of Ravishing Rick Rude. And we're expecting those participants out in the ring momentarily. And as I said, we do have standby matches in the event that it doesn't go the full time limit. But I rather suspect that it will, because simply these are, I know Rick Rude's reputation, I know his background, and I can't help but feel that it's going to be a battle right down to the wire.
Well, I'm sure it will be a very close match. From the past reputation of Rick Rude, he has established himself throughout the country as one of the very best.
Other areas of the state, from time to time, a pleasure to have him with us right now, Jay Goodley.
This match, 1 fall with a 60-minute time limit for the Southern Heavyweight title. Introducing in the corner to my left from Beverly Hills, California, accompanied by his manager, Percival Pringle III, here is Rick Rude. Rick Rude. And his opponent to my right, from Chattanooga, Tennessee, weighing in at 235 pounds, presently the Southern Heavyweight Champion, here's Pistol Pez Wadley. Pistol Pez Wadley, 1 fall, 1 hour time limit.
All right, there you have it, the ring introductions having been made. Pistol Pez Wadley, there's the Southern Heavyweight Championship belt being held by referee Bill Alfonso, Percy Pringle, and in the ring with Ravishing Rick Rude. 1 fall, 60-minute time limit. And Rude has not yet removed his jacket. Pistol Pez Wadley, anxious to get started. He realizes what a tremendous test he's going to undergo at this point in time. And Rude does have, indeed, a most impressive physical development. And so Percy Pringle moves outside the ring. Referee Bill Alfonso calls for the bell, and it is indeed. Pistol Pez Wadley starts to go after him, collar and elbow, and Rick Rude backing away. Rude appears to have no shortage on vanity whatsoever, buddy.
None whatsoever. The man really thinks he's God's gift to women and to the wrestling world. Now, his reputation is really all that I have to go on. I have never seen this man live in action like we are watching him today. So this is going to be a big test for Ravishing Rick Rude. If he can hold his own against a man like Pistol Pez Wadley, then he is doing something. And Pistol Pez Wadley, of course, has just a fantastic amateur background, has become a fantastic professional wrestler, and holds his own with anybody. Right here with a little bit of a test of strength, and it kind of came out even.
Yeah, it did. They were checking each other out for weight, balance, leverage, and strength, and pretty much of a standoff between the two. Once again, they lock up collar and elbow, and once again, it's pretty much of a standoff. Rude, being slightly taller, might have a bit of a leverage advantage there. but Whatley with a slightly lower center of gravity might have a bit of a power. He gets the side headlock. Of course, Rude was a professional arm wrestling champion, amongst other things that he has accomplished in his athletic career. Caught with a good shoulder smash and dropped to the canvas. Rude drops down once again. Whatley up and over. Whatley with a cross body block goes in quickly for a pinfall. Count of two, a near fall for Pistol Pez Whatley. And so Whatley is very definitely taking the battle to Rick Rude rather than using time as his ally, rather than getting on his bicycle and taking his time, knowing the situation. Whatley indeed is taking the battle to Rude.
And of course, with Pistol Pez Whatley being the champion, in many cases when you're the champion will be on the defensive rather than the offensive. As when you are an offensive wrestler, you're leaving yourself open to many more mistakes. But here is, like Gordon said, Pistol Pez Whatley taking the battle right to ravishing Rick Rude. Here is a test of strength. Rick Rude trying to come out of this side headlock, trying to push it into an overhand wrist lock, and he's doing it. He's a very powerful individual. You can see really strength in his back and his arms there. He is coming over, and it looks like it is going off in favor of Rick Rude. Pistol Pez Whatley, of course, putting everything is coming back now. It's very close.
Wide stance. It looked like Rude got some extra leverage that time. Referee Bill Alfonso checking quickly. A good wing over by Pistol Pez Whatley into a hip lock takedown, and ravishing Rick Rude is on the canvas. Referee Bill Alfonso down there checking very quickly and carefully. The Southern Heavyweight Championship at stake. In case you've just tuned in, this is a Southern title match, one fall, television time. In other words, one fall, roughly 60 minutes. Pistol Pez Whatley moving against Rick Rude. Whatley defending the Southern title.
Well, if ravishing Rick Rude hopes to win that Southern Heavyweight title, he's going to have to do a little bit better than this. Thus far in the match, it has been almost all Pistol Pez Whatley. Pistol Pez has been able to out-wrestle Rick Rude so far. Let's see what happens here. Well, and down goes Rick Rude. Pistol Pez still keeping complete control.
Good leapfrog by Rude. And Rude tried to set him in. Whatley was a step ahead. And Whatley explodes with a hard right hand. Rude has been staggered, and it may be over quicker than we thought, buddy.
Well, there's Pistol Pez. He keeps coming back up with that side headlock. And once again, you notice how Pistol Pez Whatley, being the accomplished wrestler he is, keeps the weight of his upper body across the torso of Rick Rude. Of course, forcing that oxygen from his system, making Rick Rude use up as much energy as possible. There's Rick trying to pull Pistol Pez off by the back of the hair. The referee, of course, right there making him break that.
All right, Pistol Pez Whatley keeping the side headlock. Rick Rude now. His problems, and Rude, interesting to note that Pringle, and I have to admire this about Percy Pringle, so many managers hang in all the time. Pringle has left ringside and has left Rude to his own devices. A testimony of the utmost confidence he has in a man like Rick Rude. Rude now connects, and it's Whatley firing back. Whatley catching him across the forehead. Rude could be dazed here. Rude smashed into that far turnbuckle, and Rude's got some problems. And Whatley wasting no time on Rude, and Rude is in trouble. Rude swinging wildly now. Rude dazed, and it's Whatley connecting solidly to the midsection and one to the right between the eyes. The snapmare that takes Rude back to the canvas once again.
Well, Rick Rude really hasn't impressed anyone yet. It looks like Pistol Pez Whatley is trying to make short work for this match and retain his Southern Heavyweight title. There's that side salsa, and down goes Rick Rude. Looks like Pistol Pez trying for a pinfall. Rick Rude able to power out.
And it is, again, Whatley catching it across the eyes, and it's Rude using that forearm very effectively, and so Rude trying to turn things around here. One has to admit, Rude has successfully staved off some tough challenges by Pistol Pez Whatley, the Southern champion, and is now coming back and asking for more and giving out more. And it's Whatley catching him. That was the inside of the fist. Rude brings him up a full body slam on Pistol Pez. Whatley crashes down with that elbow, but Whatley rolls to one side. It's Whatley back to his feet now. Whatley inside near cradle. Rude Rude powers out before the count of 3. Several near falls thus far. And a headbutt by Rude that backfired on him. Rude in trouble now, and Whatley catches him a forearm across the back.
With Rick Rude being the challenger, this man has been able to stay with anything that Pistol Pez has been able to dish out. It takes a tough man to stay in there, and so I have to say that Rick Rude is tough. He can take this punishment as well as dish it out. And here's Pistol Pez Whatley going with a big arm drag twist here. And Rick Rude is being bent over in pain. He's going to have to come out of this. Rick Rude is going to have to change his style of wrestling if he's going to win this coveted Southern Heavyweight Championship.
We're going to be having to cut away to a commercial break here pretty shortly. As I said at the beginning of the program, in the event of a pinfall or a submission hold during the time that we are away on a commercial break, our camera crews will keep rolling and we'll bring it to you on instant replay. But let's keep on with the action here, and we'll get as much as we can in before we go to that commercial break. Whatley in trouble on the far side, and Rude closing in on him. Whatley's been caught in the eyes again. Rude now beginning to punish Whatley. Back of the elbow to the base of the skull of Pistol Pez Whatley. Another straight shot into the head of Pistol Pez Whatley. And Whatley, some problems going here.
This is one thing right now. It looks like the tide in professional wrestling has changed so very quickly. Now it's all Rick Rude. Pistol Pez Whatley being hurled into the corner turnbuckle here. Let me tell you, under that little bit of padding, that is solid steel under there. Pistol Pez is going to have to come back and retaliate somehow. Pistol Pez has been slowed down to a crawl by Rick Rude.
Whatley now explodes back into the jaw, and Rude turns and walks away. Rude has got some cobwebs working in that head of his as Pistol Pez Whatley scores again. Pistol Pez Whatley brought that one from the backyard, and we're going to have to cut away. If anything happens during this break, we'll be right back, but we'll be back in just 1:20. It's a night of champions and fantastic wrestling brought to you by the NWA and Championship Wrestling from Florida. This coming Wednesday night in Miami Beach at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Match time is 8 p.m. In a steel cage, the loser of the fall must leave town. It'll be the Fabulous Freebirds going up against Crusher Khrushchev, Boris Zirkov, and The Saint. Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Robertson. The ring will be surrounded by a steel cage. In an Australian tag team match, Sweet Brown Sugar and Hacksaw Butch Reed returns to take on the Pretty Young Things. In a Southern title rematch, and that rematch clause was in the contract, as we saw earlier, Pistol Pez Whatley goes up against Ravishing Rick Rude. In the first blood match, it'll be Mr. B, Brian Blair, against Jesse Barr, and it will be Dutch Mantel against King Cobra, the Missing Link against Jack Hart, Wild Bill Irwin against Mike Golden. Let me turn quickly to Mr. B. First blood, first man to bleed loose.
That's right, Gordon. You know, you heard of the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, Jesse Barr, everybody knows what happened last week in Sunrise in Fort Lauderdale. Well, it's time to pay Jesse Barr. I'm tired of fooling with you. First blood, you know what that means. All the people knows what that means. You know, Gordon, I try to conduct myself as a gentleman. I try to get up here and be a true champion. But when it comes down to it, Jesse Barr, the wrestling's out. First blood, Jesse Barr, be there.
Well, you know, I ain't got time to talk about it much. You know, Gordon, and everybody else know what happened on that TV. They seen what happened. You know, I can't whoop a man with a chair and another man with a board, and both of them coming at me at the same time. But I'm going to tell you what, Rick Rude, the war's just now started. Yes, it has just now started. And so when you get down there in Miami, you get ready for something that you ain't never seen before. Because if you think you going to throw away the rule book, you wait till you get this black, this here into you in Miami.
The referee has been knocked out of the ring. Pistol Pez Whatley has been knocked out. And it is, here you see Whatley, and it is Rick Rude, the referee, trying to get it together. The referee starting a count. Pistol Pez Whatley trying gamely to get back to his feet. Brother, he was caught. And it's Pistol Pez Whatley trying to get back in there. Ooh. And it was Rick Rude place kicking Pistol Pez Whatley as he came into the ring. The referee not aware at all of what occurred. And so the count was down, a count of 3. And Rick Rude.
We have a new champion.
We do indeed. But the manner in which we got that new champion certainly leaves a lot to be desired. Rick Rude taking that Southern Heavyweight Championship belt out of the ring. Referee Bill Alfonso totally unaware as to what happened, and assistance being rendered now to Pistol Pez.
That just goes to show you when Percy Pringle says something, it comes true. This is your new champion. This is the new champion right here. This is the man that you want to keep an eye on, not that man in the ring there.
Well,
this is the champion.
Mr. Pringle, there were certainly some extenuating circumstances regarding that title. Let's go back.
No, sir.
We were away for a commercial break.
No, that's not necessary.
Let's go back if we can, if our director has.
That's not necessary.
Let's take a look at that incident as it. All right. Now, both men had battled their way outside the ring. Now, the battle moved outside the ring.
That man's supposed to be a wrestler. He ain't no wrestler. Look at him slamming his hand to the ring. That's not wrestling. Not wrestling at all. Look at him pulling. He pulled his tight. Now I'm going to sit down.
Going to sit down?
Yes, sir. I was going to sit down in my corner with my chair, and look what he did to me. Now look, he's got me by my tie. That's a call for it. I'm not no wrestler. I ain't a wrestler.
Now, watch,
I'm a manager.
there you see it.
I have a license to wrestle.
There you see it.
I didn't see nothing. Pistol Pez was finished. Gordon, I hate to be the kind of guy to tell you I told you so, but I told you so. I didn't come in here to start at the bottom and work my way up. I came here to start at the top and stay there. And Gordon, no matter what you say, right here, brother, this is the bottom line.
Yes, sir. He has a belt now. He is the champion. None of this means anything. Just send Whatley back home to his mammy.
The referee had been knocked out of the ring. You saw Rick Rude, of all people, helping him back in. And then the count was started. Now, watch carefully. Of course, we saw this happen just a moment ago. But Pistol Pez Whatley, who had been knocked unconscious,
I don't know why you're showing all this
gamely coming back to his feet. And now watch this. He doesn't even get a chance to get into the ring fully. And so Rick Rude does.
This is a pin.
It looks to me like you've got your hand on those.
3. Your new champion. That's your new champion right there. Well, it don't matter. It's over with. This is your champion. This is your champion. This is the man.
Bottom line, Gordon Soley, right there. Am I right or wrong?
Believe me,
is that the bottom line?
Just send Whatley a crying towel over there and be fine.
Yeah, we'll be back in just a moment.
The Waterbed City Sweet Sale. It's style and selection and great sale prices and special financing with no payments till April. You see, right now at Waterbed City, you can get a complete bedroom suite, including a king-size waterbed, matching dresser, mirror, and nightstand, all for one great low price. Complete suites start from only $4.99, and they're available in almost every style and price range you can imagine. The Waterbed City Sweet Sale. It's the perfect way to get more for less.
You've been traded, Rolaids, for acid and gas. Your performance is not up to tempo.
Sorry, but you're fired, Malox. You don't work hard enough. I'm switching to Tempo.
Our relationship is over, Tums. I found someone better. Tempo.
For better relief from acid and gas, people everywhere are switching to Tempo. Its soft form holds 75% more acid-relieving medicine than Rolaids. And soft Tempo dissolves fast. Switch to better relief. Switch to soft Tempo.
I'm glad I found you.
You ought to do it is just open 2 more stores. So come on in. We're the largest automotive store in Florida, and we're having a giant grand opening sale with savings of up to 60%. Save on paints, chemicals, and antifreeze. Prices slashed on thousands of wheels, accessories, bicycles, parts, and more.
This week's special, Duplicolor enamels and primers, your choice, only $2.49.
You Ought to Do It is the only place to shop for your car. All stores celebrate during the spectacular grand opening event. Visit the You Ought to Do It Auto Parts Center nearest you, and remember, you ought to do it.
She was born a tomboy, but now she's growing up.
You're a mechanic?
And getting ready for a man's world head-on. She's not like the other girls. She's got the courage, the talent, and the desire to prove it's not just a man's world anymore. Tomboy, from Crown International Pictures, rated R.
Now playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a standby match. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left, accompanied by their manager, the Boss Man from Beverly Hills, California, weighing in at 468 pounds. PYT number 1 and PYT number 2, the Pretty Young Thing. And their opponents to my right, from New Mexico, with a combined weight of 484 pounds. Currently the United States Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Mark and Jay Youngblood. One fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Well, a tremendous test here for both the Pretty Young Things and Mark and Jay Youngblood. The Youngbloods, of course, are the United States Tag Team Champions, and deservedly so. They're great athletes, great competitors, and are extremely popular with wrestling fans throughout the entire world. The Pretty Young Things, under the direction of the boss man, Percy Pringle, great opportunity for them to prove their worth and to possibly garner themselves a chance at the U.S. Tag Team Championship. Good wing over there. You see the boss man, Pringle.
This here should be a very close match. Both tag teams are just great wrestlers, great athletes in the ring. The Youngbloods might have a slight edge on wrestling skill and ability, but I tell you, when it comes to tricks and the shortcuts in the ring, you cannot underestimate the Pretty Young Thing. And the boss man is right there at ringside, keeping a very close eye on what's going on here. And if what happened in the previous match is going to be a good example of the boss man, Percival Pringle, and his dynasty, then people in Florida could be in for a lot of trouble.
And it's Mark Youngblood squaring off against the Pretty Young Thing. And Mark Youngblood towering over him in height and size. Well, we may have time, now that we're into standby matches. Let me run down some of the standby matches that we had. As we, of course, we had this match ready in the event that the Southern title match did not go the full distance. We'll also, hopefully, I know Brian Blair was listed, also Dutch Mantel, and possibly we'll be seeing the Freebirds, and that should be interesting to see the Freebirds in action.
And here's Mark Youngblood with a headlock on Coco Ware, coming over with a big hard body tackle. Down goes Coco Ware. You see the boss man there was quite excited there at the ringside because his man just got knocked out with a very hard tomahawk chop, and the Pretty Young Thing is in trouble.
Pringle somewhat frustrated outside the ring, obviously, and leaning in and offering words of encouragement. Mark Youngblood and Pretty Young Thing complaining about a karate thrust, and it was not. It was a tomahawk chop.
Youngblood being forced back into the corner. Coco Ware just taking full advantage of this situation. Very nice reversal. And the tide changes so very quickly, and down goes Coco Ware.
There you have those high backdrops, and with Mark Youngblood being well over 6 feet tall. The Pretty Young Thing was over 8 feet in the air when he was on unceremoniously dumped into that canvas. Now it's Jay Youngblood moving in. Quick double teaming on the Pretty Young Things. And the Pretty Young Things in trouble. Pretty Young Things in trouble now as Mark and Jay Youngblood, the U.S. Tag Team Champions, are beginning to show exactly why they are the U.S. Tag Team Champions. The very finest tag team combination going today.
Well, it's quite obvious. Koko Ware is going to have to get over and tag out to his partner, Norvell Lawson. Well, like I said before, things do change so quickly in professional wrestling. One mistake, just one slight mistake, and everything can go against you. And Mr. Youngblood did make a mistake there, and the tide has changed. Big hard headbutt, and he's back in trouble again.
All right, the Pretty Young Thing now beginning to really do some damage to Mark Youngblood, and now the tag is made once again. Koko Ware moving in the place of Norvell Austin, and it is Koko Ware charging, and Youngblood slipped away from it, made the tag. It's Jay Youngblood in there now, exploding on the Pretty Young Things, and it's Jay Youngblood catching both of them repeatedly now in the head and in the throat. Youngblood looking strong out there against the Pretty Young Things. We've really got, in a sense, a four-way going here. Beautiful flying drop kick that time. And it is... Ooh! Oh. Youngblood caught it. And referee Bill Alfonso very quickly calling for the bell.
Like Jay Youngblood tried to see it coming, tried to block it as best he could. It looks like he is down and out. That very hard hickory cane of the boss man there. But the referee did see it. The match is over. The Youngbloods are the winners.
No question about that. The boss man interfering. And now they're continuing to punish Jay Youngblood. And the referee has called for the bell. Wait a minute. Here comes Mike Allen. And the Pretty Young Things hurdle Mike Allen through the ring ropes. Mark Youngblood is still outside the ring, and they continue to punish Jay Youngblood, who has been badly lacerated. And the Pretty Young Things running roughshod, but they have been disqualified. Referee Bill Alfonso wasting no time whatsoever. Wait a minute, there's Buddy Roberts, Dutch Mantell, and the Pretty Young Things decide discretion is the better part of valor. They leave the ring under the urging of the boss man, Percy Pringle. So the winners, but badly battered and torn, are indeed the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Mark and Jay Youngblood. We'll be right back.
They're South Florida's very own couple, and they can dance. Representing Miami-Fort Lauderdale in the Dance Fever Grand Prix National Competition are Joanne and Tony. Be a part of all the excitement this week as they attempt to dance their way to a $50,000 grand prize.
Join Tony and me tonight at 6:30 on Dance Fever.
Right here on WCIX, Channel 6.
You've been traded, Rolaids, for acid and gas. Your performance is not up to tempo.
Sorry, but you're fired, Malox. You don't work hard enough. I'm switching to Tempo.
Our relationship is over, Tums. I found someone better. Tempo.
For better relief from acid and gas, people everywhere are switching to Tempo. Its soft form holds 75% more acid-relieving medicine than Rolaids. And Soft Tempo dissolves fast. Switch to better relief. Switch to Soft Tempo.
I'm glad I found you.
We combine the benefits of an adjustable bed with the relaxing comfort of a sofa and the luxury of an easy chair. The result, the Contour Chair Lounge. The Contour Chair is electrically adjustable. You can raise your head, raise your feet, or assume any position in between with a touch of a button. Over 100 relaxing positions to choose for reading, eating, watching TV, or just taking a snooze. State-of-the-art inner springs and padding provide spectacular support. Clean, functional design fits into any decor. Optional heated massage units ease away simple tension and everyday fatigue. Why, the Contour Chair Lounge is so versatile, it's making ordinary beds, sofas, and chairs practically obsolete. Get this free catalog about the fabulous made-to-measure Contour Chair Lounge by return mail. To receive it, just call the toll-free number on your screen.
Call 1-800-228-5010 toll-free. Call 1-800-228-5010 toll-free. Call 1-800-228-5010. That's 1-800-228-5010.
have a very special Take 5 interview with the tremendous Sweet Brown Sugar. Sweet Brown Sugar, it's really great to have you here.
Well, buddy, it really is good to be here, and I guarantee you that coming up pretty soon, and Miami, Florida has been chosen as site. You're going to see the return and the reunited combination of Mr. Sweet Brown Sugar and Mr. Hacksaw Butch Reed. Now, anybody down here that has followed us, the last 2 years we were together as a tag team, we were the most devastating black tag team that's ever come through professional wrestling because of the strength of Hacksaw Butch Reed and the speed of Sweet Brown Sugar. And when he picks them PYTs up and that gorilla press, and I'm sure the young bloods are not through with them yet, but they're going to have to come through by us. I guarantee you, Buddy Colt, and I guarantee all the people out there, Hacksaw Butch Reed and myself are going to do the high five in Miami, and we're going to run the PYT Express right out of town.
Well, Sugar, I can speak from personally knowing Hacksaw Butch Reed and what he can do, and I will concur with you completely. Not just one of the greatest black tag teams, but regardless of anywhere in the entire world, I have never seen a more accomplished tag team. I would like to take a moment to go to a very special tape film of Hacksaw Butch Reed in action. With a combination like this, and Sugar, I know you have the most devastating drop kick I've ever seen.
That's right, Gordon, and I guarantee you I'm going to use it when I get down to Miami, and I guarantee you Hacksaw Butch Reed is up to 265 or 70 pounds. It ain't no stopping us now. How do you lose with the stuff you use?
Well, I don't think you're going to lose, and I wish you all the luck in the world, and just good luck to you.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Now we finally have the three fabulous Freebirds. All three of the brother team, the Freebirds, are finally arrived, and Terry Gordy, it's great to have you here.
Brother. It's good to be here with my brothers. We're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to kick some butts right here in Florida, brother.
You know, it's great to have everybody here. We promised people we were going to do things. We're taking care of them. A lot of things going on. Lakeland on the 9th, Sarasota on the 16th, but the big thing is this Wednesday in Miami. Our good friend J.J. French from Twisted Sister is going to be there to see the Birds rock and roll, buddy.
Well, there you have it from the fabulous Freebirds, and they're looking forward to Miami, and they're going to be throughout the state at a more dangerous threesome I've never seen. Now let's go back to Gordon Solie.
All right, there you see it. It'll be the missing link coming up now, going up against two opponents, Rocky King and Mike Allen. It'll be one fall with a 10-minute time limit, waiting now for the arrival of the missing link. He, too, is under the management and care of one Percy Pringle. Referee Bill Alfonso moving in. There's the missing link. Let's turn it over to our ring announcer, Jay Goodley.
This next match is a handicap match. And introducing in the corner to my right, from Old Homosassa, 224 pounds, here's Mike Allen. And his partner from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, Rocky Hamilton. And their opponent, Percival Pringle III, presents the missing link. This standby match is one fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Okay, the missing link, and as Percy Pringle said, he wanted two opponents. He had two last week, and he's got two this week, and both of them in the ring at the same time. So he is really taking a handicap on here. Well, it's Rocky King, and very quickly Rocky King thrown into those ropes. And now King closing in from behind, and the missing link, all but oblivious to that. Missing link smashes Rocky King into that far turnbuckle, charges back at Mike Allen. Mike Allen ducks to one side. Brother, this missing link is just all over you all the time.
Well, I tell you, this missing link is a real masochist. You can't hurt this man. See, look at that. Oh, my God. What power, what strength he has. Caught him in midair and just slammed him down to the canvas. And back on Mike Allen now. This man is one of the most dangerous and deadly I've ever seen in the ring. Nothing hurts it. Nothing can stop him. It's going to take a great wrestler to even come close to this man.
He took a drop kick there, and Mike Allen coming up very, very slowly, so is King.
It was like they drop kicked an oak tree.
Allen hurdled outside the ring, and he's got a knee ankle that's all torn up. It's all over for Mike Allen. I don't believe he's going to be able to compete any further. And Rocky King catching at full force from the missing link. And the left ankle, I believe, of Mike Allen is gone. The left ankle of Mike Allen is gone. The missing link looking to see if he has anything more to do, but no, he's cleaned up the ring. He has cleaned up the ring. And so the missing link continues his undefeated ways. Another reminder about Wrestling the Night of Champions brought to you by the NWA this coming Wednesday night. Match time is 8 p.m. in the Miami Beach Convention Center. In a steel cage match, the loser of the fall must leave town. The Fabulous Freebirds in a six-man tag team match. Bad Street USA, Michael Hayes, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, and Buddy Roberts going up against Crusher Khrushchev, Boris Zirkov, and The Saint. In an Australian tag team match, Sweet Brown Sugar and his tag team partner, Hacksaw Butch Reed, going up against the Pretty Young Things, who will be accompanied at ringside by Mr. Percy Pringle. In a Southern Heavyweight Championship rematch, Pistol Pez Watley going after Ravishing Rick Rude. In a first blood match, it will be Mr. B, Brian Blair, against Jesse Barr. The first man who bleeds will lose the match. Dutch Mantell takes on King Cobra. The missing link goes up against Jack Hart. It will be Wild Bill Irwin against Mike Golden. All of this action will take place Wednesday night. Right now, I want to talk to Sweet Brown Sugar. You and Hacksaw.
I wonder, is Miami ready for me and Butch Reed again? That's all I want to know. Because everybody in Miami know that we were the most devastating tag team combination ever stepped in the ring in the state of Florida. And let me tell you, Stoppin' Pringle, my time's limited on you because, you act kind of funny to me. And, Stoppin', if your IQ was 3 points less, you'd be a boiled egg. And you talking about pretty young things. Coco wearing Norvell Austin. As far as me and Butch is concerned, you're nothing but a couple of flunkies. Even Jesse Jackson said just because you were born in the ghetto doesn't mean the ghetto is still in you. But the ghetto is still in you guys. And when Butch Reed picked you up in that big gorilla slam, and when I come off that second rope with that drop kick, you won't see no more of the pretty young thing. Because Miami, see it like a native. And me and Butch Reed is two of the wildest, ignorant natives this side of the Nile River.
Thank you so very much, Sweet Brown Sugar. And I'll tell you what, Pretty Young Things are in for a tough night indeed. Let's listen to these comments now from the Saint and then from the Boss Man.
En Miami vamos a ver lo que va a pasar en el último viaje, que los Freebirds se van a meter en el ring con el Russian, el cubano y este hombre que están mirando aquí. Y alguien no va a luchar no más en Miami, porque van a saber que los cubanos y los Russian sí son número uno. Son todo lo que quedó en todos tus cubanos, todos los pobres que hay allá afuera. Mírame bien, porque siempre van a tener que mirarme, porque alguien se va a ir y va a ser Michael Hayes o Terry Gordy o Buddy Roberts, uno de ellos, adiós, no más van a luchar en Miami.
Miami, Florida. I tell you what, Brown Sugar, you better be going to the eye doctor. You better get your other eye fixed where you can see when you hit the floor, because you're going to be spending a lot of time on the floor. Because my men right here are the greatest wrestlers in the world today, the greatest tag team. I only manage champions. The Pretty Young Things, right. The Missing Link, Rick Rude, the Stable, the Pringle Dynasties, all coming to Miami together. And we're not coming on a crop duster. We will be on the Learjet. We will. And here is my new champion.
Mr. Rick Rude. Looking too good and feeling even better, the new Southern Heavyweight Champion. You know, I'm not the kind of guy to say I told you so, but Pistol Pez, I told you so. And I could think of a lot of places I'd rather be on a Wednesday night than that stinkhole of the world, Miami. But I'm going to take time out to be there. And Pistol Pez, you better bring your pistol, you better bring your shotgun, and you better bring some of them bloods with you, brother. Because when I'm finished with you, they're going to have to use a squeegee to clean you up off the ring. How about it, boss man?
That's right. The Pringle Dynasty has just begun. We're on a roll. We're coming to Miami.
You know, a lot of people talking about a lot of things, but I'm going to make this promise because people seen today that all the brothers are with us, and Miami's wanted it. Miami's going to get it. Somebody's leaving town. The Russians is going to be it because Bad Street can't be no better than it's going to be on the 30th. And our good friend J.J. French, the lead guitarist from Twisted Sister, is going to be there.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. It's #1. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, or try it yourself. That's all the proof you'll need. Selsun Blue. It's #1.
Dollar Days, Dollar Days, Dollar Days. You'll love those Jefferson Ward Dollar Days starting Sunday 1 hour early at 9 a.m. with thousands of Dollar Day savings throughout the store. Save on Aziza polishing pen, only $3. Northern napkin special, just 4 for $5. Fashion yarn, sale priced, 6 for $5. Santa Cruz bath towels, 2 for only $5. Any size comforter, unbelievably priced, just $18. Miro 7-piece cookware set, only $20. Love those Dollar Days at Jefferson Ward starting Sunday at 9 a.m. Be there.
This is Andy Bean, inviting you to come out and see the world's greatest golfers compete in the Doral Eastern Open, benefiting the American Cancer Society, February the 18th through the 24th at Doral Country Club. A lot of great golf for a great cause.
February 18th through the 24th, and benefiting the American Cancer Society.
Is 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, weighing in at 253 pounds, here's Mike Golden. Mike Golden. And his opponent to my right from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 232 pounds, currently the Florida heavyweight champion, the popular B. Brian Blair. Brian Blair. 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Mr. B, the Florida heavyweight champion, moving out against Mike Golden. A quick takedown and a ride, and Golden makes it to the ring ropes. Single leg pickup. Caught the near leg and got Golden off his feet, but it's Golden once again making to the ring ropes. So Mr. Golden, I think, has decided that he's going to have an ally in those ring ropes, because that's twice very, very quickly that he went to those ropes. However, and once again he bowls Brian Blair back into the turnbuckle.
Well, that, of course, is probably one of the easiest counter holds in wrestling, to force your opponent into the ring ropes or get a leg in the ropes, which forces a break where you have to start all over. But Mr. B, Brian Blair, has been and is a wrestling champion. He always has been. And right now, here he's throwing, you can see Mike Golden, very smart move on the part of Mr. B. Nice double leg trip, and down goes Mike Golden, coming up with an arm bar. And with the face of Mike Golden right down the rope, you see Mike Golden once again going for the ropes, which forces that break.
And for the third time now, Golden in the red trunks has utilized that. There's a good profile of Mr. B, Brian Blair, out of Tampa Tech, and then on to the University of Louisville. Golden, short chopping right hand, and it's Mr. B, Brian Blair, showing that he can fight fire with fire if necessary. Caught him, beautiful power slam by Mr. B. Well executed power slam. Golden coming up very slowly. He was stunned, the wind knocked out of him, and Mr. B, Brian Blair, caught him coming off the top rope with that elbow that stuns Golden. Puts Golden down, Golden back on his feet, Irish whip. And a forearm across the jaw, hooks the far leg, gets the pinfall. It's all over. The Florida champion, Mr. B, Brian Blair, victorious. NWA Wrestling returns to Miami Beach in the Miami Beach Convention Center this coming Wednesday night, January 30th. Match time is 8 p.m. In a steel cage match, loser of the fall leaves town. It'll be the Fabulous Freebirds against Crusher Khrushchev, Boris Zirkov, and The Saint. In an Australian tag team match, Sweet Brown Sugar and Hacksaw Butch Reed face the Pretty Young Things. In a Southern title rematch, it'll be Pistol Pez Whatley against Ravishing Rick Rude. In a first blood match, Mr. B, Brian Blair, takes on Jesse Barr. There will be 3 other matches. Now, let's listen to these comments from the boss man.
Mr. Hacksaw Reed, I don't know where you got that name from, but I think it's kind of funny to me. Miami, Florida, Pringle is coming. The Pretty Young Things are coming. Mr. Brown Sugar, Mr. Reed, you better call your mammy, tell them to take out some insurance, because you're surely gonna need it after Miami.
I want to say something, Reed, and Butch, get ready, because we are coming, and we're going to kick you.
When you want variety, price, quality too, La 1090 Shoes is the shoe store for you. Ladies, if you bought a pair of shoes today and you didn't buy them from La 1090 Shoes, you paid too much and you didn't get the quality or variety we offer. More for less, I guarantee it. For the location nearest you, call 1-800-LA-1090-0.
The age of electronics is now, and Aaron Rent's Electronics has what you want at incredibly low prices. Save up to 30% and more when you rent TVs, stereos, microwave ovens, and VCRs. Rent 19-inch color TVs for only $31.50 a month, or a complete stereo system for only $37 a month. Rent for a short time or rent to own in 18 months. You don't need established credit, and service is free while you rent. Aaron Rents, the value leader in rentals for over 28 years. Call or visit your nearest store in Miami or Fort Lauderdale.
Match is 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right with a combined weight of 686 pounds, the team of Tony D'Amato, Jack Hart, and King Cobra. And their opponents from Bad Street, USA, with a combined weight of 740 pounds, the Fabulous Freebirds. 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Okay, the Fabulous Freebirds moving out now. Buddy Roberts, Michael Hayes, and Bam Bam Terry Gordy. And it's Roberts first out against Jim Hart. Remember this match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Good high head toss by Buddy Roberts and a good drop kick by Roberts. Hart moves in, collar and elbow. It's a series of chain moves now by Buddy Roberts. He gets over, makes the tag with Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes. Brother Hayes wasting no time on Hart. And a chop into the throat. Bad Street, USA. You got it. In the Fabulous Freebirds. Hayes catches Hart coming off the ropes. And it's Michael Hayes, Buddy Roberts, and Bam Bam Terry Gordy. Hart gets a side headlock. Hayes fires him off, drops to the canvas. Hart catches Gordy, and Gordy moves into the ring. Gordy moves into the ring, and he catches Hart. And Terry Gordy wasting no time now. And Jim Hart throws him back into Michael Hayes. Hayes catches him. And so Bad Street USA is moving on. Hart jammed into the turnbuckle. Hayes right on top of him again. Hart fires the midsection, fires one to the side of the head of Michael Hayes. Hayes caught now by King Cobra and Tony D'Amato. Tag is made. King Cobra moves in. It's Michael Hayes trying to battle his way out. King Cobra punishing. Now D'Amato moves in there, and Michael Hayes battling his way. Michael Hayes across the rope. Ring makes the tag. Bam Bam Terry Gordy is in. And Terry Gordy. Beautiful drop kick on Tony D'Amato. Catches D'Amato coming off the rope, smashes him into the far turnbuckle. Tag is made. King Cobra moves in. And it's Bam Bam, Terry Gordy. Irish whip. Bottom of the size 14 coming off the ropes. Brings him up. Pile driver by Terry Gordy. Lateral press. He's got the pinfall. Wait a minute. D'Amato charges in. And wait a minute. Terry Gordy moving against D'Amato. Hurdles him out of the ring. And now Gordy, after Jimmy Hardin, throws him out of the ring. And so Terry Gordy single-handedly took on all three of them and dispatched them very quickly indeed. Missing link. Watch out. We'll be back.
Now it all comes down to this. Saturday night, February 2nd at the Orange Bowl. United Sports presents the Grand National Motor Spectacular. Awesome flame-throwing, gear-shattering, axle-swapping power. The Hot Rod Truck and Tractor Super Bowl National Championship. 2- and 4-wheel drive trucks and the multi-engine dragster tractor. Same night, the Mud Racing Winter Nationals with a jet-powered Silver Eagle. Plus the Tug of War, the show truck competition, the Dash for Cash, and the T-Bone Crash. Much more, plus the Monster Car Crusher Taurus. The Penguin is back in the Orange Bowl.
Your Carmel Ice Cream Store has Flex Channel 6.
Time now for another Missing Children's Bulletin. Our first in progress right now. Jesse Barr moving out against Dutch Mantell. 1 fall television time remaining. I've asked the Florida heavyweight champion, Mr. B, Brian Blair, to join us.
This is a tremendous match already. Action started, Jesse Barr, Dutch Mantell, both top competitors, both great athletes. Jesse Barr wants that Florida heavyweight title back. Right now, Dutch Mantell moving out, excellent crossbody, but Jesse powered out. Gordon, both these men are tough, and I've had some tough matches with Jesse Barr. Right now, Dutch moves into a full arm and twist, got the arm barred.
Well, I know, of course, that this man is trying every trick in the book to try and get that title back away from you, Brian.
Well, he sure has, Gordon. And, I can't take away anything away from the man. He's tried, and he's tried hard, but I'm going to keep on defending that title against any man that wants a title shot, including Jesse Barr.
Well, I don't want to diminish the Florida title at all, but the situation between you and Jesse has boiled down to something extremely personal.
Well, it sure has, Gordon. It's come to more than just the title. And, the title means a lot to me, but when you're an athlete, you've got a lot of pride and a lot of self-respect, and Jesse's broken that with me, and he's made me have to dig down deep, and he's made me have to think more. In other words, Gordon, he's turned it more into a personal issue than just a Florida heavyweight championship match.
It's Barr and Mantell now battling away, and thus neither man has been able to get a pinfall or a submission hold. They lock up collar and elbow once again. Barr misses with a swinging right hand, and Mantell right in behind him and gets him with a beautiful atomic knee drop that jammed him into that turnbuckle. And Mr. Barr's got some problems here.
He sure does. Dutch has got him now. He's got him rocking and rolling. This should be interesting. I hope our television time doesn't run out here. Tremendous knee lift by Jesse Barr. Tremendous knee lift. You can't take anything from Barr, Gordon. He's an athlete. Dutch outsmarted him there.
And a tremendous athlete at that, I might add. It's Mantell. Catching him in a beautiful vertical souffle. Barr is down. To me at the finish.
Here you have both men going at 100% speed, both trying to get a pinfall, knowing there's very little time left in this TV time limit match, and a pinfall is very important to either of these men.
Well, I know Dutch is looking for that Florida title as well.
Well, Gordon, like I said, like I told the people of Florida when I first won the heavyweight title, that I would wrestle anybody for the Florida heavyweight title, including Dutch Mantell. I respect Dutch, and I'm sure we'd have a scientific match.
Thank you so very much, and the bell has rung, so this match is a draw. It is with a deep sense of regret that I announce to you at this time the untimely death of a friend, a colleague, and a leader, Eddie Graham. Eddie was not only a leader in the ranks of wrestling, both professional and amateur, but a leader in humanitarian efforts. From a legendary wrestler, he became president of the National Wrestling Alliance. In his lifetime, he helped to originate the Florida Sheriff's Boys Ranch and Girls Villa and numerous other philanthropic activities. He was twice named Citizen of the Year for his long-standing aid to others, not only on a local level, but nationally as well. He was a man of great innate intelligence, a man who was sometimes compassionate to a fault. He carried many burdens beyond his own. It was written once, if I have somehow expressed a fear or philosophy or a frustration or an acceptance that you have known or understood, then I'm not alone. Eddie, you're not alone.
At Aaron Rents, our furniture...
Opening, of course, of the program of Championship Wrestling 85. You saw the fabulous Freebirds in action. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later on in the program. Right now, though, however, we do have a match in progress. Mark Youngblood moving out against Mike Golden. One fall with a 10-minute time limit, and it is Mark Youngblood in the side headlock right now, who is co-holder of the U.S. Tag Team Championship. Buddy Colt is with me, and Buddy, a lot of exciting things upcoming, including the return of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, today here on Championship Wrestling.
That's right, Gordon. There's a lot of exciting matches throughout the state, but just like you just mentioned, Dusty Rhodes is returning. I have had people throughout the state constantly asking me, where is Dusty Rhodes? When is the American Dream coming back? Well, good news, he is back. There's Mike Golden having Mark Youngblood up for a big, hard body slam. This kind of slowed Mark Youngblood down a little bit, getting up, having a lot of respect for Mike Golden. Very cautiously circling, going into the referee's position, and retaliating with that same big, high body slam.
Mark Youngblood watching his man carefully now. Mark and Jay Youngblood, the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Mark Youngblood gets a side headlock on Mike Golden. Mike Golden is an impressive young competitor. Good athlete. Caught in that side headlock up against the ropes. Fires him off. Youngblood catches him a good shoulder smash coming off the ropes. Good counter on that hip toss by Youngblood. And Golden found himself on the receiving end. All right, Youngblood again circles his man carefully.
Well, Mike Golden coming up with a side headlock on Mark Youngblood, just putting the pressure on. This being a punishing hold, not a submission hold, but a hold that's designed to wear your opponent down, make him breathe harder, use up that valuable energy. There's Mark Youngblood trying for an overhand wrist lock, trying to power his way out. This comes down to a test of strength, and Mike Golden using the hair to pull Mark Youngblood back into that side headlock. Once again, having the advantage over Mark Youngblood.
Later on in the program, we will be seeing, as you saw, Terry Bam Bam Gordy of the Fabulous Freebirds getting a pinfall Later on in the program, we're going to show you the aftermath of that particular situation. And, well, I can assure you it's created some real problems. Good full body slam by Mark Youngblood. Youngblood started to move in. Golden, backing away in a hurry, going back to the canvas in that near turnbuckle. Golden lashes out, left boot into the midsection. Elbow to the base of the skull of Youngblood. Youngblood could be in trouble here. Snapmare that takes him back to the canvas once again. Golden drives an elbow into those pectoralis major muscles of Mark Youngblood, and it is Golden closing in again, smashing his head into the turnbuckle. And again, the elbow to the base of the skull. And so, Mr. Golden using a neck breaker now could have Mark Youngblood in trouble.
Well, you see Jay Youngblood there standing ringside, cheering his brother on, seeing that his brother is in a lot of trouble. There's Mark Youngblood retaliating, coming back with a big hard chop to the upper chest, and down goes Mike Golden. Looks like the tide is changing very quickly. Big high-flying drop kick, and Mike Golden is now the man that's in a lot of trouble.
Snapmare again by Mark Youngblood. A lateral press, but not enough for a pinfall. Off the ropes, got him with a tomahawk chop into the chest area. Up and over his man. Crashes down that double chop into the throat. Gets the 3 count. And so a fine victory going to Mark Youngblood. And there you see Jay Youngblood is co-holder of the U.S. Tag Team Championship. And certainly, as I said, a fine victory going to both Mark, and a moral victory going to Jay Youngblood in that first match against Mike Golden. Welcome to Championship Wrestling 85. I'm Gordon Soley, your host. Buddy Cole is with me. I might point out we've got some great matches, Buddy, upcoming in Sarasota and Daytona.
That's right. In Sarasota on February 16th and in Daytona on February 14th. Also in Nassau on February 9th. There's some great matches coming up that you won't want to miss. Also, Gordon, I understand that on February 9th at the St. Petersburg bookstore, Haslam's bookstore, you'll be there for an autograph signing session of your new book.
Yeah, and I hope you'll join me for that one.
I'll be there.
That's going to be at Haslam's bookstore Saturday, February 9th from 2:30 until 4:30. And I might point out, too, Championship Wrestling does return to West Palm Beach this coming Monday. With me right now is the boss man. I want to take a couple of moments to talk to him because things are beginning to happen rather rapidly here in Florida.
You know, Gordon, I've only been here 3 weeks, but I'm pleased to say that the Pringle plan for monopolizing professional wrestling is well on the way. You people have seen that my man Rick Rude is now the Southern Heavyweight Champion. The PYTs are just a little bit away, just a breath away from taking the championship belt from the Youngbloods, and of course the missing link is unbeatable. Now, Gordon, I was asleep the other night. My mother come in, beat it on the door. She said, "Percy, I got some news for you." She said, "Percy, I've heard that Dusty Rhodes is coming back. The man that cleans up this place right here at nighttime after the matches is over. He stooged a little bit. He's on my payroll, but he let me in on the secret that Dusty Rhodes is back. Mr. Rhodes, I want you to know that I'm not intimidated by you at all. I have a stable of street cleaners, and if you want to call yourself Dusty Rhodes, I have a street cleaner that's going to wipe the dust off the roads, and we're going to end an American dream. It might very well be an American nightmare."
Well, that's some interesting comments. I'll tell you what, we're going to have the American Dream with us a little bit later on.
Mr. Soley, he calls himself the dealer. He wants to be called the dealer.
He is the dealer.
Mr. Rhodes, you're going to be surprised when you turn the cards over and find out who owns the company of the cards that you're dealing.
Well, we'll find out more about that a little bit later on. The comments from the boss man, the Percy Pringle dynasty. Also, a little bit later on, we'll be chatting with the Freebirds about a very, very unusual situation. And we will be hearing from the American Dream, the dealer himself, Dusty Rhodes. All of this and much more upcoming right after these words.
Wrestling returns to Miami at the Convention Center this Wednesday, February 6th at 8 p.m. And what a night of wrestling it's going to be. In the main event, the fabulous Freebirds, who will have Terry Gordy in their corner, of course that's Michael Hayes and Buddy Roberts, will go up against the Assassins, number 1 and 2. And in their corner, they will have the Saint. There'll be a special event with Dirty Dutch Mantell going up against the former Florida champion, Jesse Bulldog Barr. Then we come to a 6-man tag match, and what a melee could be. Pistol Pez Wadley joins up with Mark and Jay Youngblood, your present United States Tag Team Champions, and they're going to go up against Ravishing Rick Rude, the new Southern Heavyweight Champion, who will be accompanied by the Pretty Young Things, number 1 and number 2. Then we have your present Florida Heavyweight Champion, Mr. B, Brian Blair, going up against the European Champion, Boris Zerkov. The Missing Link goes in against Sweet Brown Sugar, and Wild Valerian will go up against Jack Hart. I have with me at the desk a man who's going to be in that melee, as it might be. And Pistol Pez, you're used to that sort of wild and woolly ring action, and what have you got to say?
I know, John, that it's going to be wild and woolly. That's what it's going to be. Pandemonium is going to hit that Civic Center, and baby, we're going to be rocking and rolling with it. You know why? Because I got none other than the United States Tag Team Champions as my partner. And Pretty Young Thing, we're going to find out if you pretty at all. And you, Rick Rude, I'm looking forward to stomping the mud hole in you.
Thank you very much, Pez, and good luck. I have with me now Brian Blair, and you're going up against a tough man, that fellow from Europe, that Boris Zerkov.
That's right, Coach Heath. I'm sorry I'm used to Gordon being here, but, you know, everybody's gunning for the Florida Heavyweight Champion now, and I told Boris Zerkov if he could beat me in a non-title match, he can have a Florida title shot, and so can anybody else. Like I told the people of Florida, I'll defend the title against anybody, and I'll do the very best I can.
Waiting now for the appearance of the Missing Link. He's going to move out against Jack Hart. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. So we're watching for that one upcoming. And there you see the boss man, Percy Pringle, and the Missing Link. And here's a fellow who's, well, really seemingly impervious to pain. But let's see now as Percy Pringle moves in. The Missing Link, tremendously powerful. And Hart charges him. Hart charges him before Pringle even had a chance to make any comment to the Missing Link, and so Hart has figured that a quick, rapid offense is going to be his best method, but he is rudely awakened here by the Missing Link. The Missing Link took those drop kicks, and it didn't really seem to faze him. He's almost trance-like in his appearance in the ring, buddy.
That's right. You know, look at that big, hard, full body slam, power slam there. There is nothing that can stop the Missing Link. This man is completely impervious to pain. He is really awesome. There's not an ounce of fat on this man. This man is solid muscle. He's dangerous. It seems like the more punishment that he receives, the more psyched up he becomes and the more dangerous he becomes. I think this man is the kind of man you could tie him up and break his bones individually, and that wouldn't bother this man. I don't know of anyone that could stop the Missing Link. This man is just almost impossible in the ring.
Got him with a powerful punch to the back of the head. Hooks the near leg, has the knee across the chest, and it is all over for Jack Hart, who tried a good piece of strategy, but it just didn't work on somebody as awesome and as powerful as the Missing Link. And so your victor in this match, part of Percy Pringle's dynasty, the Missing Link. It's a pleasure to welcome back to Championship Wrestling 85, and he has been on one heck of a taking care of business tour. I'm referring, of course, to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Welcome back, Dust.
Well, God, it's a tremendous pleasure for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, to return. 1984 tour is over. The things that went down for me throughout this country, no man had seen or touched throughout the ages, could reach for what the 84 tour was about. Now in 1985, my new tour slammed that sucker down. 1985 has begun. Once upon a time, I seen a man similar to the boss man. The boss man says, God and soul, I am the boss man. I am the one that has the cars. I own the cars, the automobiles, the women, the ladies of the night. I say, boss man to you, I am the dealer. And we do not play any games unless I deal the cards. And when Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, deals the cards, then you know what it's all about. Ric Flair, the world's heavyweight champion, got to deal with Dusty Rhodes. Everybody got to deal with Dusty Rhodes. And the Missing Link got to deal with Dusty Rhodes. Now, be it known right now throughout championship wrestling of Florida and this country that my Slam That Sucker Tour Down 1985 has begun. And the boss man, when you talk to your mama the next time, you tell that lady that she shouldn't have raised such a, I don't even want to say it. But the whole thing you got to remember is when she knock on the door, she say, Percy, Percy, come here quick. The dealer's here. The dealer's here. And you know what's going to happen, Percy? The link will be missing, Jack. Thank you, guys.
Oh, ho, ho. All right, the comments from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and he has wasted no time, buddy, in setting full warning to Mr. Percy Pringle and the Pringle Dynasty. The link will be missing. That's coming right up front with it.
Well, it certainly seems that way. He has put them on short notice.
He has indeed. Looking now for appearance now of the Pretty Young Things, well, I hear the music. That means they're on their way. Pretty Young Things and Percy Pringle. The boss man telling Coco Ware to move out of the ring, and he's telling Norvell Austin to take on young Mr. Williams. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. So the Pretty Young Things with Percy Pringle at ringside. And it's Norvell Austin moving out against Williams. And Norvell Austin wastes no time. Has him up a full body slam after an elbow to the base of the skull. Catching that axis vertebrae, a high knee lift. Williams down again. And, brother, this Norvell Austin is allowing this man no surcease whatsoever.
Well, Norvell Austin has just overwhelmed Williams. Williams seems like he has a terrific physical development there, but he's just no match for Norvell Austin. Norvell just trying to make very short work of him. Look, big high knee drop coming down on the chest of Williams, and Williams is just about out of it. You see the boss man standing ringside cheering him on to victory, and his partner Coco Ware. Norvell Austin not having any trouble at all. Big hard boot to the upper chest, and seems like Williams hasn't had a chance to function at all. Just no match for Norvell Austin. Big high lariat across the upper throat of Williams, and it's just like he's there standing there taunting him, and feeling no problems at all with this man.
Partial neckbreaker by Norvell Austin has Williams back to the canvas once again. And Austin has that sadistic streak in him, brings his man back to his feet, double thrust into the throat. Williams down to one knee. It is Williams firing to the midsection, fires again. And that one just glanced off the stomach, and Norvell Austin caught him with a high knee lift. Austin very much in charge right now. Austin has him up a full bear hug into a belly-to-back, or a belly-to-belly, rather. Took him to the canvas. Williams' upper body has reddened considerably from the punishment he's taken. Austin clubbing right hand that drops Williams to one knee. Those eyes are crossed. Forward backbreaker now on Williams. And Williams coming up very, very slowly.
A successful... No, wait a minute. What child star went on to a successful career in politics, working as an ambassador to Ghana, chief of protocol at the Ford White House? What?
Ma'am, we know you know, but it's really not precious to announce it like that.
I don't think anybody heard that at home. I hope not. Anyway, that's our question for today. And on our show today, we have Isabella Rossellini, the great cover girl and / actress. She's appearing in Death Becomes Her, new movie that opens this week.
Like such a funny movie, doesn't it?
Well, I saw the movie.
You
know,
did?
Yes, I talked about it here. The special effects are, you've never seen anything like these special effects. It's the ultimate takeoff on all the plastic surgery.
And the
cosmetic
aging
surgery.
process.
Exactly.
I'm dying to see
And
this.
so at one point in this movie, Meryl Streep, and I'm sure you've seen this on Entertainment Tonight, they've already discussed this, has her head twisted on backwards, you know?
Like Linda Blair.
Well, yeah, only it stays there, and you see her walking towards you, but it's the back of her head that's coming towards you, and her arms are flailing. Then she turns around, and her face is looking at you, but you get it, don't you? But they are so unbelievable and so eccentric, you know, that it just takes your breath away.
But it's funny, too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny, yeah. Yeah, it is.
What would you rate this movie?
This movie? You mean according to the new rate? Yeah. I'd give it a PG.
Yeah? Was there any kind of a warning?
Beware of the special effects.
Really?
Well, you know, they do unnerve you a little bit. All right, so Daredevil Week with our bikers. We have bikers all over this place here. And from Washington,
Not
D.C.
the Harley-Davidson kind of bikers.
Yeah,
Nice little
bikers.
bikers. Yeah.
The U.S. Surgeon General will be here, Dr. Antonio Novella, who has just returned from the AIDS conference. AIDS very much in the news today. Here's the latest cover of Time magazine, Losing the Battle. Well, we'll get the latest from her. And incidentally, if you have phone calls, if you have anything you'd like to ask her, we're going to open our phones during her segment and invite you to call her, and let's get to the bottom of all this. So we'll go to the phones right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's go out to Quad Cities. That's in Iowa, I guess Illinois, really. And Nancy,
Clemming? Yep.
Hi, Clem. Hi, Clem, I'm saying. Hi, Nancy. I was concentrating on that last name.
It's Clemmy. Clemmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clemmy.
Okay. And you were here in our audience last week, huh?
Yeah, Monday.
Good.
Yeah.
Wonder what the chances of that would be.
Yeah, Davenport, Iowa.
Yeah.
My first roommate was from Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, really?
Dick Perry was his name.
Dick Perry.
Dick Perry, yeah.
We know some Perrys.
You what?
We know some Perrys.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is he the one with the hardware store, Reach?
No, that's
The
Dave.
paint store?
That's Dave O'Leary. That's Mr. Paint. No, this
You
guy.
couldn't live with anybody very long, could you? You had a lot of roommates.
Well, every year they changed us. They turned us around, but that brings back a lot of memories. Well, anyway, Nancy, nice to talk. You were in our audience this week?
Yeah, we seen Donny Osmond.
Oh, yeah.
On Monday.
Last
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you like being here?
Like you?
No, how did you like being in the
No,
audience?
how'd you like him? You're right.
Oh, we loved him.
All right, Nancy, let's go right to the question. I tried to make conversation, but I tried. But
Did you
it's not gonna
enjoy
work
being
out.
with us in the studio audience?
I mean, does it look different when you see it in person than opposed to being at home?
Yeah, it does a lot.
Okay.
Got a baby crying in the background.
Yeah, I understand. All right, speaking of child stars, what child star went on to a successful career in politics, the ambassador to Ghana, and the chief of protocol at the White House?
Shirley Temple?
That's it, you
right,
got it.
Shirley Temple Black. Good for you. Please pick a number between 1 and 156.
Well, my seat last week was number 33.
Okay.
Congratulations, Nancy. You and our lucky audience winner have both won the Berkline Contemporary Rock-A-Lounger with deep pillow seat. Permits lounging, rocking, or full-length reclining in pleasurable comfort. From Berkline, your prize is worth almost $600.
I wasn't here when you talked about it.
But what an entrance you made there, miss. Where you came up, the hair was flying. Thought the woman was coming out of a tunnel. Anyway, you're our winner, Isabella Rossellini, coming up next, and we'll be right back.
Still ahead on Live, Daredevil Week continues with some Daredevil bikers. And U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Antonio Novello with an informative update on the AIDS crisis.
All across America, more people repurchase Kenmore appliances than any other brand. In fact, over 1 out of 2 homes in the country count on Kenmore. And now at Sears Brand Central, count on these self-cleaning Kenmore ranges. Our gas range is $489.99, electric range $389.99. This extra large capacity 6-cycle Kenmore washer is just $358, matching dryer just $278. During America's biggest appliance and electronics sale, only at the store you trust.
Will you look at this? I had an alien's baby.
Mom.
Girls, sometimes I think I had an alien's baby. Honey, run and get some soda.
Soda? I make Kool-Aid for my kids. Kool-Aid!
Absolutely.
You know, sugar-sweetened Kool-Aid has less sugar than Cocoa Pepsi.
It does?
Yeah, like 25% less.
Oh, who can keep up?
Well.
What?
Looks like the O'Hares just had another one. Having kids means having Kool-Aid.